Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. A couple of housekeeping items, I suppose. Apologies, it's been such a long time since I did the last video. The weather has just been crap here in the south of England, and work's been busy. Weather's been crap, just not been feeling it, so not been out for a while. But here we are on one of the very few dry days we've had recently, and sunny, might I add. Yeah, it's been really dreary and miserable, and just not feeling it. Haven't felt it for a while. But decided that because the sun was out and it was a dry day, thought I'd get on and go out for a ride. Nowhere in particular, just wherever the wind takes me, as I say. But there's also another reason why I've come out, is I've been having trouble with my bike starting recently, and did a lot of googling, a lot of research, and just the characteristics of when it's trying to start, it seems like the battery. Now that being said, I have got a different battery in there. Not that long ago I put a different battery in there. The one that came with the bike, I think, was just not holding its charge, I think, to be honest. So I swapped it out for another battery, but this one I made sure that the cold cranking amps were higher than what the original one was. So I think the original had 130 or 140 cold crank amps. This one is 200. But recently it's started playing up a little bit. Now that could be for a number of reasons. It could be that the weather's been cold, so it's, not holding its charge as well as it could. Also, because it's been cold, if I have taken the bike out to work, say for example, that obviously I've had the heated grips on. But not only that, I've only done very short stop-start journeys to work and back, isn't that far for me, a few miles. But I think just the culmination of all that has just meant that the battery's just run down. So I thought it was high time I got out and went on a ride and sort of give the battery a good charge. Because I think you have to be riding for a while. I mean, it's not going to charge back up when you're just doing short stop-start trips. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll give it a good charge. And I just thought I'd bring you along for the ride. I'm also hoping that the audio is working better. Sorry, I keep saying I'm conscious of it, but I'm not very good at this lark. But there was a firmware update for the mic. I've got the DJI Mic 2, is it? Not the mini, the normal one. But there was an update, a firmware update for that was supposed to sort out the levels and give it a bit more of a more pleasant tone to the the voice or whatever. the sound. That's the word I was looking for. So we'll see what that's like in edit. Hopefully it sounds better than it did before, but I'm conscious that it might be picking up a lot of wind noise. I have the mic inside my helmet. We've got a magnet that's stuck inside the helmet, and then obviously the magnet from the mic is then stuck to that. But it's in my helmet, and I noticed last time when I was in the edit that the sound was quite rough, quite peaky. Even though I think I've got it set to -12. But it obviously picks up a lot of wind noise, and the faster you go, the more wind noise it picks up. There's someone else I follow on YouTube, Dave Perry from Really Good TV. He puts his in his snood, or his neck gate, or whatever you want to call it. Neck gate, that's American. And so I might try that if the sound isn't too great on this. But we shall see. So I'm just coming into Stenning. How's everyone been? I hope you've all been well. Obviously I haven't spoken to you since, well, quite a while before Christmas, so I hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you had a good New Year too. You know, it's funny, I love this bike to bits, and I just think it's a great all-round bike, but I've been looking at others, and I guess those that ride motorbikes always do. They'll always look at others and have a look what's on the market, so to speak, and don't have the space for another bike, unfortunately. But if I did, I love the look of those Royal Enfield Interceptor 650s. For me, it's just you know, classic looking bike, and I'd love one of them in the garage as well. Maybe one day. Anyway, anything interesting that crops up, or I come across anything, then obviously I'll bring you back. Speak to you soon. Still quite wet on the roads. Gotta take it easy. Can't go too mad. But, yeah, a lot of debris, a lot of wet, a lot of crap on the road still. Cheeky overtake. Out that middle track where all that crap is. Well, that's interesting. Obviously there needs to be an update to the maps because it says it's 60 here, but the sign back there said it's 40. I'm intending to get one of them little control units for this camera because they pop it on here or something, or on the handlebars, because when I've got my winter gloves on, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, it's so difficult to press the record and stop button. I think it'd be much easier just having a button somewhere that you can just press and shut everything off, stop the recording. Otherwise you end up having hours of footage that you need to go through and take out all the crap and have something half decent for a video on to put up on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I think I'll get next. Let's go down here. As I say, no particular place to go. I'm just out for a ride, just to enjoy the dry day. So what's everyone got planned for this year? Anything exciting? Myself, I've got... I'm glad you asked, thank you. I think I mentioned it in a previous video. I'm intending to do a Scotland trip. The route I'm doing was in MCN many years ago, and funny enough, the Missenden Flyer did it, who I also follow on YouTube. I love his channel. I mean, yeah, it's a great channel. Does a lot. I'm not intending to be anything like that. For me, this is just a video diary, a videography of what I've done and where I've been and all that. But yeah, planning to do the North Coast 767. Unlike Andy from the Missenden Flyer, he did it, I think, in 3 days. I want to say 3 days. It was either 3 or 4, but I think that was including the trip up and the trip back, which I think he said in one of his videos that really the route you need a bit longer. And took his advice, and I'm going to be doing it over 7 days. If you take the trip up, so I'm going to do the trip up, and then 6 days around the North Coast 767, and then the last day is back home. But obviously, where I live, right on the very south coast of England, it's going to take a good many hours to get up to the start of it. And the start of that route is Glasgow, I believe, just the other side of Glasgow, by Loch Lomond and the Trossachs. So I'm looking forward to that. Doing that very end of May, beginning of June. So I'm hoping the weather's going to be nice, but with Scottish weather, who knows. But yeah, so I'm hopeful for some nice weather. I'm going to be doing camping, so I've already picked out a few campsites along the route. Hence, I guess, another reason why I'm doing it in June, to be honest. I stand a bit more chance of it being slightly warmer, and potentially not midges. I don't know, that could be wishful thinking, to be honest, but yeah, I think I read somewhere, or someone said that the best time to go is May and September, but I'm obviously looking at the very end of May, beginning of June, so I'm hopeful that the weather will be good. Yeah, the campsites I picked out, they look nice. I think one's at Applecross. After the Black Navar, come down into Applecross and then stay at the campsite. That'd be nice. And then there's just ones dotted around. I can't remember the names. But, yeah, looking forward to that. I've just bought a new sleeping bag and sleeping mat for that purpose, just in case it is a little bit colder up there. You never know. And that I think is rated down to 0 degrees, I think. So I'm sure I'm going to be fine with that. I don't think it'll get down to 0 degrees in June. The only other thing I've got to get between now and then is the side panniers for this, but they are very expensive. I've got a bag that'll go on the back seat that's got all my camping stuff in it. And obviously side panniers for clothes, extra sort of rain gear just in case, and trying to pack everything in. I've got most of the camping gear is in my bag, but the sleeping bag won't fit in there, so that can go in one of the panniers. So yeah, I'm going to need to get them, but I think they're nigh on 900 quid. Right, I'll speak to you shortly. Okay, welcome back. I have a feeling, I've just been looking, and I have a feeling that the audio may not be good enough because it's pretty much peaking in the red every time I speak. Now, I did the update, the firmware update, but what I didn't do was check after the firmware update that the levels were as they should be. So I have a feeling the levels may be no good. which will be a shame, but there we go. We might be able to do something with it in the edit. Let's hope we can. I'm heading back now. As I say, it was only a quick jaunt out, and I've done a bit of a loop. Nothing exciting happened, hence why the camera's not on. So now I'm going back pretty much the same way I came up this way. It's getting quite cold now. I mean, it's saying it's 7 degrees, but I think the wind chill's a lot less than that. And I suffer with cold hands anyway. And my fingers feel like they're going numb, even though I've got my heated grips on. So maybe I need to invest in a pair of heated gloves. More money to spend. There's nothing better though, is there, eh? Spending money on your hobby, on motorcycling especially. But yeah, so I might have to invest in some heated gloves for winter riding. But they're expensive. And I think I'd rather, well, here's the problem, I don't like to be tethered to the bike, so I'd have to go with the battery ones, but then the battery ones don't last that long, do they? So I've seen a pair, I think RST Paragon 6 heated gloves. I think they're an hour and a half on hottest or something, and 3 hours on the lowest setting or something like that, but you can also get spare batteries for them quite easily, so carry them in something like this, so that may be an option. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm heading back. Just enjoy the ride really. The sun's certainly losing its warmth now. I mean, it came out earlier on and it did have a bit of warmth to it, but we are still only January, I suppose. I just hope the audio is usable. Looking forward to some warmer weather, that's for sure. Let's hope we have a good summer this year. Last year wasn't spectacular. not going to go back through Stenning this time. He was going to go for it, wasn't he? Say hello to Mum. Hi Mum. She's over there somewhere. Excuse me. Right, I think here's a good place to sign off. Hope you've enjoyed watching this just a little jaunt out. I know it's not very exciting, but hopefully it's been something to just pass the time or watch and put on in the background, so to speak. But if you have, just give us a like, thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, then do so. For no other reason, just to show support, really. As I say, the videos are sporadic anyway. I mentioned that in one of my first videos. They're going to be sporadic. But yeah, it'd be great to have you along for any trips that I do. Well, yeah, I've got my North Coast coming up, so hopefully you'll come along for that. But yeah, if you enjoy these videos, just give us a thumbs up and a subscribe. That'd be great. Well, that's all for now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Cool, my bloody fingers are numb. Can't feel them.